Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa on the move to his left. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Here we go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Dolphins at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now it's 2nd and 9. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Room here to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed. And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option. And they're right down here looking for 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This is Swift on the counter. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. DeAndre Swift, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points count. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he's got some space here. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter. It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Okay, right? Smack, right. Black shot. Ready?
Now Tua. he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they have 3 more with the field goal.
They're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on the 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Swift going to try up the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there. Turned it into a really nice game. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
On the ready. Striker, 3-3. Hut, hut.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Swift, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Set, ready. Ready.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
52. Set.
Play action, now it's Tua. Rolling to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready?
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger in the 3rd quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Go now. Watch out now. Big security.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.